Welcome and hello, my early childhood friends. Today, the first thing I want to do is share with you just a few of the pieces of artwork that your friends shared with me last class. Look at some of this really great work that your friends did. They were thinking about what was making them worried, and then Belle, that creature, was there to vacuum all of that up and make them worry-free. This week, our learning target is I can make artwork about myself and my friends. And we're going to be really focusing on making artwork about ourselves again this week. The first thing that we're going to do is a quick read aloud. Let me open that up. Just a second. I'm gonna make sure you can hear it. There we go.
Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim. But his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees. But when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Now, every year in Africa, they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year, when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad. Because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. The warthogs started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. The chimps all did a cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor. But the lions saw him coming, and they soon began to roar. Hey, look at clumsy Gerald! The animals all sneered. Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool! Oh, Gerald, you're so weird. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. They're right, he thought. I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot. So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before, so sad and so alone. Then he found a little clearing, and he looked up at the sky. The moon can be so beautiful, he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me, coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. But sometimes, when you're different, you just need a different song. Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really wanted to. With that, The cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hooves had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. He threw his legs out sideways, and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. Gerald felt so wonderful, his mouth was open wide. I am dancing? Yes, I'm dancing. I am dancing, Gerald cried. Then, one by one, each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him, quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen! How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how!" But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and stars above. "We all can dance," he said, "when we find music that we love."
In that book, Gerald saw how everyone else danced, but that wasn't how he danced. And you know what? Each of us have things that are special to us and that we're really good at. Just like Gerald couldn't dance like everyone else, he could dance like him. And he was so good at it. You too have things that are really special about you. Today, you're going to be drawing a drawing, thinking about what makes you special. What are you really good at? When I think about what I'm really good at, I think about making art. That's something I'm good at. I think about singing. That's something I'm good at. I think about spending time with my family and with my students. I could draw a picture of any one of those things because those are the things that I'm really good at. Once you've decided what you're really good at, you can make a whole drawing about that. As always, I would love to see your drawing. You can either share it in our class Flipgrid, and all of the explanations for how to get to Flipgrid are at the bottom of your Clever. So if you scroll all the way down on our Clever, it tells you how to get to the Flipgrid. There's instructions, there's a link to it. If you don't want to share with Flipgrid, you can also take a picture. Here is my email. I would love to see your drawings if you are available to share them. Thank you so much for coming to art this week, and have a really good week. I'll see you soon.